Okay, folks, welcome to this week's Fife Property Update. This is from the 17th of September to yesterday, the 23rd September. Look across the whole of the Fife Property market. Key headlines here are interest rates base rates stay this week at 5.25. There's no increase as per the Bank of England, so it stopped its record run of 14 successive months. And then you've also got inflation rate at 6.7% as well. So inflation's actually come down by 0.1%. It was actually a surprise to the Bank of England, also to the UK government as well. So they were really surprised about that. Hence the reason why Bank of England kept base rates on hold. For now, that might change, and we have talked about this, and we will talk about this in a minute. The UK house price index is up for this week. They were up this week as well, and the UK average house price in Fife is £175,568, which is up 3.8% year on year in Fife. Now, in Scotland itself, it's 196,000, which is up 0.1%. So it's really stable in terms of Scotland. There's no really change year on year, but Fife up 3.8%. Now, what does that mean? It means really that some houses are going to go slightly over home report value, some houses might go slightly under home report value, and some might actually be smack bang on home report value. That's the key here, and to be realistic about that. To reinforce that, we actually did a show yesterday. Perry and myself and Sophie, we did a show yesterday on getting your home valued behind the scenes and how it works. So that's quite an interesting one. You'll like to see. If you're actually getting your home valued, it goes through the whole process about what should happen, how it should happen, because a lot of people out there actually have been in their house maybe 20 years. Things have significantly changed and actually don't know where to start. So the link's in this post, click on that and you'll get the click to link for the other post, which is the getting your home valued. And the article's there as well, so you can read that in 4 minutes. You can listen to the podcast, which is about an hour, or you can watch the show, which is about an hour as well. So that's that covered, that one. Let's talk about numbers straight away, right across the Fife property market. Okay, let's just share this now. Now, interestingly enough, we are closing, we are almost approaching 1,000 properties right across Fife on the market on Zoopla. So what does this actually tell us then? It actually stock is increasing and the number of sales is decreasing month on month. So that's the key here. So we're getting more supply. Now, it's not as much as it was pre-pandemic. So we thought that market was pretty good. Then, yeah, we're still okay right now in terms of our Fife property market, for example. Okay, so let's look at the numbers right across Fife. This will give us a good indication, as I said, about where we are right now. In the Cooper area, instructed 14 properties right across Fife through all the estate agents, 7 actually sold. So only 50% supply and demand there. So there's an oversupply. In the East Nuke, 4 versus 6. So, more demand than there was supply, but that should level out week on week. St Andrews itself was 5 versus 6, which is actually pretty good for St Andrews, considering its top of the end price point. Leadmouth 13 versus 11. Dunfermline 56 versus 45. Glenorchy 11 versus 11. So no change really. Whatever's coming on getting sold. Kirkcaldy 23 versus 27. But there's a huge oversupply in Kirkcaldy. Without that 23, actually, there's another 11 there of new builds actually introduced to this equation. So there's more properties actually coming onto the Kirkcaldy area, which actually will bring possibly a stabilisation to Kirkcaldy prices and actually might be just under home report value for most people to be accepted and actually stabilise off any increases in the area. That's what it does with the oversupply of properties in a particular regional area, like Kirkcaldy, for example. Let's look at numbers overall. 126 properties came to market through all the estate agents in Fife. 103 actually sold. That's still pretty good considering some of these people out the 126 will not go in to buy deceased estates, people moving out the area, people moving into rented accommodation, so they don't go in to buy at all. And so that's actually quite promising in terms of numbers, in terms of demand as well. Any questions, please feel free to ask. We're going to nip on to one of the articles I actually spoke about was Fife property market deciphering the latter half of 2023 or the latter quarter of 2023. So if you're wondering where we are right now in terms of the property market, one of the articles or the shows actually to watch was our midweek show, where we talked about the Fife property market and deciphering the latter half of 2023, what's going to happen. So if you want more information on that, please click on the link and go through that as well. And you could listen to the show. You could read the article again. It's only 3 to 4 minutes, and it gives you a good indication about where we are in terms of the Fife property market and where we believe it's going. Now, this is all based on facts and figures and statistics and information. It's fact. It's not opinion. It's all fact. So if you want to know where the Fife property market's going, click on that link above or below, then get into that one. It says Fife Property Market Pulse, deciphering the latter half of 2023. Okay, let's talk about what's been coming to market this week, and actually what's sold as well. So as we go through, sold. What have we got sold? Now, why do we tell you what's got sold? Well, it's not really to brag. It's actually to give you a strong indication about what properties are actually selling quite well, at what price points in a particular area. So we zoom in here and we look at what's been sold. This is Laurel Avenue in Methil. This actually sold in 6 days. This was a 3-bedroom terraced house, and it was 130,000 that was on it. So if that's the sort of price point you're looking for in terms of what you've got in that area, then we need to hear from you, because there's a good demand for these types of properties. The next one here is Lawview in Leven. That's away, 5-bedroom detached house, 315,000. New owner was delighted. It actually came back to market and then it went back on again. We managed to find a buyer, turn it around in 12 days. So, in other words, to keep that continuity of the sale. Next one that's actually sold is Braehead in St Moran, sold in 4 weeks. Now, I thought this was forever. Because we do a lot in the background and it seems like a lot of work goes into this. Probably it does, but for us, it seems like 3 months when in actual fact, it was only 4 weeks. So we do a lot of work in the background to make these things happen. So this is sold. So if you've got a property like this was a first floor apartment. It was on 2 levels, so it was amazing. It's the first floor and it's the top floor as well. It's amazing views right over the rooftops to the harbour and the sea and everything like that. But it's away. It was on it offers over 200,000 and it is gone. The final one for us that's gone is actually Turner Crescent in Methil, sold, and that actually took a wee bit longer than usual. That took 3 months to sell. It was a 2-bedroom terraced house, but it was listed at offers over 90,000, and it got the right numbers. So that's key here. That's the most important thing. It may take a little longer to sell a property, but then if you've got time, which is on your side, in other words, for goodness sake, do not put yourself under pressure by making an offer on a house that's available right now on the condition that your house is going to be sold in a certain amount of time. That is the one way to put yourself under immense pressure, probably also to put your estate agent and everybody else under immense pressure as well, as we try to make that happen for you. You're better to make sure you put your house, well, I actually talk about it in that show. I talked about getting your house valued. How managing the sale is the most important, and chain building is the most important thing to do as well. And it's a skill that most estate agents have been in this business for a long time will definitely have. So if your estate agent's been in the business for a long time, then they will definitely have the skill of chain building. It's where you just get everything to work in harmony with everything else in order to make it happen for you as the seller and also for every buyer as well in that process. Okay, so that's the one sold this week. What's going to be coming soon? Let's talk about what's coming soon. So if you're looking for these types of properties, message us direct for these particular properties. Mention what the property is, with your contact details as well. We will get back in touch with you, and we will follow up when we've got more details on these properties. These are actually the ones that have signed up. So Sycamore Avenue in Methil, there's a 3-bedroom mid-terrace house. Fordell Road in Glenoffice, another 3-bedroom mid-terrace house. Cashviews in Strathmiglo, a 2-bedroom detached house. First View in New Gilson. That's a 1-bedroom semi-detached cottage, very desirable. London View Leave-In, 3-bedroom detached house. Probably saw the pre-portal I just put on Friday. West End and Star, 3-bedroom detached cottage. East Links in Leave-In, one of the most desirable areas, if not the most desirable area in the whole of Levenmouth, overlooking the golf course and the 9th fairway and the Leaving Links behind you as well. There's a beautiful property, 4-bedroom semi-detached house. They don't come up often, by the way. it usually takes about 20 or 30 years before you get these properties coming back on the market because they're that desirable. Nobody wants to really move. They'll only move really because of circumstances. Burnside and Achtermuchty, 5-bedroom detached houses coming on. Graham Crescent and Leven, 2-bedroom semi-detached house coming on. Bonnygate and Cooper, another 2-bedroom terraced house coming on. Tolbooth Wynd, a 3-bedroom end terrace house, and that is in Cellardyke as well. So all these properties will be coming on soon in the next week or two. Watch out for these ones. That's the most important ones. And as I said, if you're interested in these properties, then contact us now. So you've just got advance notice. Regardless of, you can see there's quite a lot of stock coming on. And then you look at the sales, and they're kind of even Stevens, if not working out perfectly well. But they still take time to sell. So it's all about managing the sale. However, some of these ones are extremely desirable and they will go like that. And by the time you get in touch with us, and by the time we get back to you, possibly the offer's been made and it's gone for some of these. So if they're properties that you like, I would urge you to contact us now, message us direct, and tell us about your situation so we can get you in a position to proceed. So if that property, when it comes to market, you have first chance at this. Once it's gone, it's gone. You only get one shot at it, and it only takes one person to buy that property. And remember, 120 properties came to market, which means about 100 people. That's round about 15 people every single day are making a decision to go on to buy in the Fife area. That's why it's important you put yourself in a position to proceed. That's what we talk about in that show we did yesterday with Perry and Sophie. Okay, let's just recap some of the other things. We've got another show coming on next week. Just let me grab my information here. I'll just tell you, we're actually going to be going on an in-depth survey, actually, quick one. And the show next week is going to be the Fife Property Insights. So we're going to be talking about ignoring the doom-monger headlines. Now, this is a huge insight into navigating the property landscape, particularly in a country or a county like Fife. It requires more than just a reactive approach to the daily newspaper and social media headlines. So that's going to be running on Wednesday. So watch out for that midweek show so you can find out all about that, about the Fife property market and deciphering the headlines so you can understand where it is. Remember, they're trying to sell media. They're trying to sell advertising. They want you to click on their posts for that reason. Therefore, they're going to say some headlines which in essence might not be accurate to what they've written in the article. But most people don't go on to read the article. They just look at the headlines and believe it and think, okay, in my opinion, that statement in that article means so and so. When in actual fact, if you go on to read the article, it doesn't mean that at all. So this is why we give you all this knowledge and information for you to make decisions based on facts rather than actually just opinions, because opinions don't count for anything. Dare I say, somebody always said to me, even idiots have them. Okay, so finally, Wealth Creation Show tomorrow. Watch out for this one. Richard and I have put together a Wealth Creation Show tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you this subject is all about your circle of competence. So what do I mean by circle of competence? This is, Warren Buffett actually talks about this quite a lot, about circle of competence, and he goes into a lot of detail about this. So we actually decided to pull together an article to talk about this in particular. It's used as a way to focus investors on only operating in areas that they know best. Understanding a circle of competence can help you avoid problems, identify opportunities for improvement, and learn from others. We go in depth and detail here. We will go tomorrow about what is the circle of competence and how do you find yours. Now, you might be thinking, wait a minute, that's way above my head. It's, out of my pay grade and all the rest of it. That's not actually true because I had to start from homeless and unemployed to get where I am. So if you're ahead of homeless and unemployed, then definitely the circle of competence is going to be applicable to you as well, because that's where I started when I first started. So we're going to go in depth detail into that, and it's all based on what I've done and how I've done it in order to get where I got just now and how I've managed to build a huge portfolio investment strategies. And so this is what we're going to talk about. You may not think it's applicable to you, but tune into it tomorrow at 12:30 with Richard and I, and you never know, it could just open that wee bit in your brain that thinks, wait a minute, I could do that. And everything could change for you the next 5 to 10 years. Anyway, until next time, guys, I'll see you tomorrow at 12:30 on the Wealth Creation Show and also midweek show as well. Until next time, I'm Jim Parker for Fife Properties TV.